website called National Indians that I also write for. This pipeline in particular, our tribe has been opposing and fighting it since 2014. It was overshadowed by at that time, simultaneously fighting against the Keystone XL pipeline, which kind of dominated the national news. But we've been opposing that pipeline since that time. My particular involvement that late December, early January, after the state of North Dakota passed its state permit and approving, and it was kind of coming down to just Iowa approving the permit and the Army Corps of Engineers. My auntie, LaDonna Braveball Allard, she contacted me. And she said, "Nephew, I'm really worried that this pipeline's going to get approved. I'm even more so worried that our own people don't even know what this company, this corporation is trying to shove down our throats. I know you're out there in Seattle, but can you help out?" So the only thing I can think of is to start writing and exposing this pipeline through our site, Last for Indians. And at that time, we're the only ones getting the stories from the people, the impacts it would have on the land, on sacred sites, on the medicines and burial sites. So I want to give a lot of recognition first to my aunt, LaDonna Braveball, because where that camp is at, the Camp of Sacred Stones, that's her land. And she invited people to come stay there. So on April 1st, there was a ride up to Cannonball from Fort Yates when that camp was established. And Olivia's going to be up here in a little bit, but she was one of the first peoples to go out there and spend time, because for a while it was only 20, 30 people maintaining that camp for a while. So, and I'd like to also acknowledge a few people here. This guy right here, Chad, Tabitha, I see out here, Robert out here, they've been back to our homelands and stood in the camp with the people. And that, man, Chante Washte, that makes me feel real good that you guys went back there and did that. Thank you. Wopila Tonka. But the Army Corps granted the majority of the remaining of those permits in late July, and that's when we saw the explosion of demonstrations take place on that first day. It was really just a couple people blockading that fence, and within the course of the next couple days, it exploded to hundreds and now thousands of people standing in solidarity in support, opposing the Dakota Access Pipeline. That Dakota Access Pipeline is over 1,000-mile long pipeline that would run from the Bakken oil fields, northwestern North Dakota, to a hub in Illinois, where it then shoot down to Texas to be refined and shipped for exporting. So it's literally the exact same thing as the Keystone XL pipeline. It ends up only being a couple miles shorter, but it's the exact same thing as that Keystone pipeline. The company, Energy Transfer, which is based in Texas, they actually don't even have an easement to cross over the Missouri River. So they don't even have through the Army Corps. So all that construction they're doing, they're not even fully permitted to do it. So we need to fight these companies and corporations to not allow the desecration of our sacred sites, of our medicines, of our burial sites. And it's phenomenal. Just last week I worked with some of our folks on our council who put out a call for tribes to come and show solidarity through the passing of resolutions or send letters of support. And within 6 days after putting that message out, over 90 tribes across this country, across Turtle Island, sent in. That's phenomenal. And more is still coming in. And the support isn't just for sending resolutions or letters of support, but as folks bring it, the Cherokee Nation, when the state of North Dakota cut off the water, they sent the whole semi of water up to the people up there. It's folks sending supplies. It's folks like Tabitha and Chad who are bringing back supplies. So there's a lot of support and solidarity happening. And this is an issue that is not only impacting us, but all Native peoples across Turtle Island. And it's really nothing more than just a continuation of the colonization that we've been faced with over the past 500 years. This pipeline, this black gold, is no different than when they were coming into the mining for gold up into the Black Hills or up into Montana. The fight is still exactly the same. And we support and stand with folks out here in the Northwest Coast because they're facing the same things too. Our Lumbee brothers and sisters, our Quinault brothers and sisters, Just right down here, these Bakken oil trains cut through Seattle. So this is a localized fight as well. So not only is the front lines in Standing Rock and Cannonball, but the front lines are here and the front lines are everywhere. So we need each other. We need to support and uplift one another. The last thing I'll share, is if we look at the violence against Inamaka, the violence against Mother Earth, the mentality that allows that to happen is the same exact mentality that allows violence to happen against women. We must stop the violence against Mother Earth, and that will stop the violence against women. So we must reclaim our roles and responsibilities.